got a whole lot of conference tournament games to bet on. We're going to bring in our man Dynamite David to give his picks here in a little bit. But first, let's get to the other sports. We got a little Champions League and we got a little NBA, but mostly we got college basketball today. So let's dive into the Champions League soccer matchup. Couldn't find a bet I liked in the PSG Barcelona game, so we're going to have to skip that one. But I did find one I did like in the RB Leipzig Liverpool game, and we're going to go with RB Leipzig plus 160 versus Liverpool, and we're going to go with RB Leipzig plus 400 to advance versus Liverpool. We really like those two bets here. I think RB Leipzig will bounce back off a poor performance versus Liverpool a couple weeks ago. I'm feeling an upset with the way Liverpool has played lately. Maybe Liverpool bounces back, but they just haven't looked right all season long. They're out of the Champions League spots right now in the Premier League, and it doesn't look like they'll be able to climb their way into it. This is just pretty much a lost season overall. We'll see if RB Leipzig might be able to spill the upset here and really ruin Liverpool's time here. So we're going with the plus 160 on the game overall with RB Leipzig, and RB Leipzig to spring the upset and end up advancing plus 400. Two really nice long shot bets that I think are live here. We'll move on to the NBA. Two games tonight, mostly two COVID makeup games. We really gonna go with the Washington Wizards plus 3.5 versus the Memphis Grizzlies. We figure it'll either be one way or the other. They'll either come out ready to continue on to their form they showed at the end of the first half of the season before the All-Star break, the Wizards will, or they'll get throttled in this game. But I'm thinking the Wizards are about to go on a pretty nice run this second half of the season. So I like this matchup here. Wizards getting 3.5 versus a very young and exciting Memphis Grizzlies team. All right, let's go to our college basketball. Let's bring in our man Dynamite David and hear what he has to pick today in the conference tournament games.
Hey guys, Dynamite David here with picks for today, big time conference championships. I've got 7 for you, and here they are. I like Utah minus 7.5 versus Washington. Marquette minus 3.5 versus Georgetown. Butler plus 6.5 versus Xavier. Marshall minus 9.5 versus my team, Rice. I rode with them yesterday. They won me, but they're not going to beat this Marshall team. Stanford minus 6.5 versus Cal. Duke minus 2.5 versus Louisville. And finally, Northwestern minus 2.5 versus Minnesota. Back to you, champ.
All right, Dynamite, a big slate for you today. I got 4 college basketball picks. We're going to go with a team Dynamite liked yesterday, Miami, Florida, plus 8.5 versus Clemson. Liked the way they look. Think this might be a little bit tighter game than the spread lets on. We'll see if Miami, Florida has any life to continue on and make a push in this tournament. But plus 8.5 just seemed like a little much for their form they looked to be in yesterday. So Miami, Florida, plus 8.5 versus Clemson. We're going to go with a team I really liked in the second half of the season. Vanderbilt really do play hard. Really, Jerry Stackhouse gets maximum effort out of a team that's a little bit thin on talent, but I think they'll work their way through a win versus Texas A&M. Vanderbilt minus 1.5 in this SEC conference tournament opener, just like the way Vanderbilt has played towards the end of the season, and think they'll go with a win here for sure. Next up, we like Arizona State minus 1.5 versus Washington State. Think Arizona State's going to make a run here in this tournament of the Pac-12. Just when they're on, they're really good, and Bobby Hurley gets them going. They underachieved a little bit this year. They started to find some form towards the end of the season. So just think they'll be able to handle Washington State here and maybe make a deep run in this tournament. I'm going to ride Arizona State as long as they stay alive. So Arizona State minus 1.5 versus Washington State. And lastly, we're going to go with Northern Colorado versus Sacramento State under 132.5. This game starts at 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern time in the Mountain West. Just seems like a very early game for these guys, and it feels like a definite under. So Northern Colorado, Sacramento State under 132.5. Those are our picks for the day. Be sure to come back tomorrow. We'll have a whole new slate of picks. Follow us on greenlightnetwork.org, Greenlight Network on Facebook and YouTube. I'm GLN Champ 5 on Twitter and Instagram. That's our show, and we're out.